What's happening, Dirty Bird Nation? This is the one, the only Intergalactic Brew coming at you live and in effect. And of course, y'all know what I'm here to do. Here to talk about this big game going down Sunday afternoon, featuring my beloved Atlanta Falcons going up against the Indianapolis Colts. Notice I did say big game because this is a big game for us. We're starting off the second half of the season on the road, which is always difficult to do. But I do believe that we can win this game. I think the biggest element that it's going to help get us through this game is focus. And when I mean focus, I mean, serious focus. I mean, there's an old cliche in football, and I'm sure a lot of you out there know it, is on any given Sunday, any team can be beat. And that cliche has held true throughout the years in the NFL. Even though this is only my third year actually watching an entire season of NFL football, in the short time that I've been watching this sport, I've seen some very breathtaking upsets happen. Um, you know, it's it's never good to underestimate anybody or any opponent. I just don't think it's good to do that. I mean, whether you're on a hot streak or not. Like we really, the Falcons, we really need to concentrate really hard and not get weary about this team's record, because this game Sunday means just as much to Indianapolis as it does to us. I mean, for us, it'll be another victory and will move us up the rankings in the NFC South and give us a better chance of taking over the division. But for Indianapolis, this is for their dignity, their respect, their reputation, and for the most part, their self-esteem. Because they have been criticized and ridiculed throughout the last couple of months. Of course, everybody knows they don't have their legend Peyton Manning out there on the field anymore, at least for now. But that still doesn't mean that this Indianapolis Colts team cannot beat us, because they can. And I'm honest enough and realistic enough to say that. These guys Sunday, Indianapolis, don't have a thing to look back on. But I guarantee you this: when we arrive in Indianapolis on Sunday, we are going to get the most emotional, relentless, what's another word? Inspired football game from the Indianapolis Colts that I've probably ever seen or gonna see. So Falcons fans out there, I know you're thinking they're 0-8. They don't have Peyton Manning out there. That doesn't mean anything. Just because they don't have Peyton Manning, they still have Pro Bowlers out there. And when I mean Pro Bowlers, I'm talking about in their receiving corps. They still have Pierre Garçon, who can smoke you. They got Reggie Wayne, who can definitely smoke you. On top of that, they have Dallas Clark as well. So it doesn't matter what type of quarterback Curtis Painter is. If he can get the ball to either Reggie Wayne, Pierre Garçon, or Dallas Clark, we're going to be in a whole lot of trouble. Bottom line. So Falcons fans, before we get all excited and thinking that this is just going to be a mauling, let's come back down to reality and keep our feet on the ground. Because this Indianapolis team is itching for a victory in any way they can get it. And I know they are going to come at us like a house of fire. I know that. From the time that ball is kicked in the air to the time whoever is returning that ball runs down that field, they are going to be relentless. And I know that. And I know a couple of other Falcons fans that I've heard speak on this game on YouTube know that. And all the rest of you Falcons fans better know that. I know everybody's saying that, oh, we should beat this team and everything, but that's the key word, should. We should. But that doesn't 100% mean we will. We can't come into this game with any expectations because, after all, we're playing on their home field. So really, they have the advantage over us. We're just trying to come and get a victory. I mean, it's not about us, continuing to keep them winless or anything like that. It's just all about us building our win streak so that we can have a good enough spot in the playoffs that'll increase our chances of getting to the Super Bowl. That's basically what this is all about, and it starts Sunday. Now, with that being said, looking at the actual game itself, I've liked our method that we've gone with for the past couple of games, getting Michael Turner going with the running attack. We need to keep that strategy in mind. Hopefully we can utilize that throughout most of this game. I mean, sure, we want to get our passing game going too, especially try to get Julio Jones his first couple of touchdowns in the season. I feel like now that he's at 100%, at least I'm claiming he is, and it seems like from what Coach Mike Smith and what Roddy White have been saying that he's, loaded for bear and he's ready to get started again. I believe this is the point in time in the season where we're really going to see Julio Jones shine. I really think so. I think he's got all of, he's still improving, and some more hurdles will come, so to speak. But I think he's learned enough to where he's more aware, and I think he's ready to really show the entire NFL fan base as well as the NFL in its entirety that the Falcons did the right thing with signing this guy in the draft. So I expect Julio Jones to have a big game Sunday. Like I said, I'm going to start off getting Michael Turner involved with the running attack. I've noticed that Indianapolis has a lot of problems with team that can run the ball really, really well. So be on the lookout for that. I expect our defense to continue their awesome performances. I expect them to get off the field on third down like we've been doing in the past couple of games in any way we can. I mean, whether it's pressuring the quarterback, sacking them, which I hope we do that anyway, but I'm just saying, whether it's from the pass rush or whether it's from a forced fumble, interception, forcing an incomplete pass, whatever, 3 and out, whatever. Whatever we need to do to get off the field on third down, that's what we need to do. I mean, if we can score on defense, that'll be great. That'll be a plus, But I expect the defense as well as the secondary to come out and continue their superb performance. I also expect Kelvin Hayton, who is the newest Falcon, but who is also a former Indianapolis Colt. I expect him to have a big game. I'm not saying he's going to get all the interceptions in the world, but I expect to see his face, or just him in general, moving around a lot on the field and just making plays happen, along with the rest of the secondary. But I'm going to keep my eye out for Kelvin Hayden because I feel like, he's coming back home, and I know he really wants to play at his best in his former city. So, yeah, I expect that. As far as the fullback situation is concerned, I'm guessing Jacquizz Rodgers will grab most of Jason Snelling's playing time as the number 2 back. I'm sure they're going to look to move Jason Snelling to the fullback position, which he's good at. That's why we re-signed him this year, because he is versatile. He can play special teams. He could, he's a good running back, good fullback, good blocker. I mean, he does it all. So I expect, Jason Snelling to perform just as good as he does when he's at the running back position. So it's it's not going to change with Snell. So he's going to do his thing. Like I said, I expect the Indianapolis crowd to be extremely loud, because, like I said, this is a inspiration game here, and they're going to be behind their team 100% from the defensive side to the offensive side. I expect Curtis Painter to do some good things out there. I mean, I respect Indianapolis. I mean, I have nothing bad against Indianapolis. I mean, I like Peyton Manning. I think Peyton Manning's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, bottom line. So I actually like Indianapolis. I really do. I like Reggie Wayne. I like Pierre Garçon. I like Dallas Clark. I mean, that whole offense, I like those guys, So, like I said, I expect him to play relentless. I expect him to be emotionally charged, and I expect the Falcons, to take their best and give it right back, bottom line. But I do believe, we can win this game. I do believe we can, and I do believe we will. Like I said, now if Indianapolis does, beat us somehow, then hey, I mean, if you hear Matt Ryan's and pretty much everybody else's interviews that say any given Sunday, things happen. So, I mean, if this is that any given Sunday, then, it just happens. It just happens. But I believe that we're not going to take this team lightly, and I believe that, we're extremely focused, and I believe we're going to make smart decisions, and we're going to do all the right things. And I believe we can come out with this win, because no disrespect to Indy, but I believe we're the much better team with them. So I don't see why Atlanta can't come out and, win this game. So just telling you what I expect. But the main thing I wanted to get across to the rest of the Dirty Bird Nation is don't underestimate these Colts, because they are playing at home. Like I said, it's going to be an emotional game. The crowd is going to be jacked up 100% maximum, and they're going to have a lot of motivation. So let's just, hope for the best, prepare for the worst. Let's root on our team. Let's hope they come out of Indianapolis with another win, and just let that be. Let's go in there with no expectations. Let's not predict any scores or anything like that, because this team can still pull it out. But that's going to do it for me. Y'all enjoy the game. Peace.